My green isn't so green. Good morning.
Good morning. So my green is more green.
Yep. My green isn't as bright as hers.
She was looking at me today and she said, oh, and I didn't have the scarf. And she said,
You contacted me this morning and said
it's
St. Pat's.
And then I had the scarf ready. So I surprised her. Good morning, St. Patrick Day. All the best to you Irish people, green hearts. Heidi is not going to be with us today because
her phone needs
to be charged.
Are you teed up for Saturday?
I am going to do that, and I'm going to.
So, BEI Jacksall, good morning. Waiting for a flight transfer from Frankfurt, Germany. Good.
For what?
Waiting for a flight in Frankfurt.
I was in that airport so many times. It's such a busy place and huge.
Bannister
Heathrow as well. Those are the ones that I will have a problem now with my knee to walk through.
Oh, and Heidi says that my electricity and internet is down. I can't go live.
Oh, boy.
And her phone needs charging. She's also saying, please remember to like and subscribe. And thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And being loyal to Violetta and her channel.
Such a wonderful. And I thought, oh, maybe I offended her, that Greenland. I didn't see that the way. It's optimistic, but I have to be. Hello, Beverly. She has a new laptop. Good for you.
Mathanji, welcome. Anne C., Suzanne Borneman, Janet Jackson.
Famous person.
Do you have the moves? Cindy Faust. Fallon. Bridget York. Haven't seen that name for a while, but thank you, Bridget, for joining us. Rosita Ramos. Tim Walliser. Lori Sue Craig Clammett. You ready?
Yes.
Sally Mott. Lily Day. Sonia J. Alexis BP. Beverly Artist Liz. Sylvania Strong. AM. Christina Cardona. And I'll get the rest here later.
Sorry, I think I went on the wrong video. Okay.
Anyways, thank you very much for joining and subscribing and liking and helping increase the exposure for Violetta. It really helps, everything that you do.
And thank you for your donations. That's the best thing for the YouTube. They are helping when they got money. I'm just.
You're on today's live.
I know, I have to.
You're going to Saturday,
and I went on the wrong video. Oh, yes.
Now, you had said that...
no, that's the wrong one. Okay. What did I say? Oh,
you had a dream. You said you had a dream that you were going to mention today.
Yeah, forgot.
Maybe I'll come to you during the video. Because you didn't tell me what it was about.
Oh.
You just said you had a dream.
Well, I should have told you because I forgot.
And then you said, ask me about it.
I forgot. And I can't find my... Oh, yes, it is.
You ready?
Yeah, I was finding... But I'm wearing all the time black, so it's hard to figure out which video is the last one. All of my blacks are kind of similar. Zelensky's name, not many people understand Ukrainian. Zelensky means zielony, green. So tomorrow I hope he will have a luck with his name. Like St. Patrick Day is today and they are talking about him tomorrow. Putin and
DonDon.
And it's...
DonDon was asked what part of the equation Zelensky factors in, and he just shrugged it off like he really didn't even factor into the decision.
No, that's what worries me. It's like making decisions for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dead. He's still there. So they should let him to participate. But oh,
The world is upside down right now.
it is so.
And the old way is fighting like crazy to be strong still.
Yeah. No good. Oh, this one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They are good for nothing. Those pens are so fast to be garbage. Thank you, Lily Day. Thank you so much. And it's for entertainment and spiritual reason. So when the guys are getting bald from the top here, I have a big forehead. So they are smart. When they get bald from the bottom, from this part,
The middle?
yeah, you know, a lot of guys have that baldness. They think a lot. But Trump, I think he had the implants from here and there, so he folded his smart. And he still thinks that way.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Jack Allen had asked, will Mark Carney get along with DonDon? Will the Prime Minister of Canada get along with DonDon?
What did I do?
You haven't got your cards out yet.
Yeah. I was charging them. There was a full moon.
Mm-hmm. Some people had commented about, do you charge on
I charge every moon.
On that moon? Yeah.
I charge on every moon. And I got Leszek's belonging after the last month, so that I was waiting for this month to charge.
Mm-hmm.
And even one laptop was still in possession of someone who was getting inside the laptop. And I asked him, I know he's very religious, so I have doubts that he put this for the month to be charged.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked him to do that because...
So it could be done ready for charging. Because you went...
I'm going tomorrow to pick it up, yeah. But one I have. So that one I charge. And you charge by putting something close to the window that the moon can see it.
And what about if it's cloudy?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Moon is there,
you also...
and the water, will be affected by it, no matter how. It's always the will be higher tides when there is a full moon, so it's affecting.
And you always sprinkle with water. So
yeah.
How do you get your water?
Oh, you put the regular water.
Mm-hmm.
In the container. I like that one with the sprinkle.
The spray.
Mm-hmm. And put this close to the window. I put once outside and it was frozen, and the glass container, beautiful container, went to garbage. So don't do that because it was round. The eyes didn't like that. And it's freezed. So make sure that you use your brain what the container can be. And as well, you can even use a little bit salt to spray it because it's salt of earth. Mm-hmm. It's for good luck.
Anyways, the first question here as well is, the first question here was Mark Carney. Will he get along with DonDon?
Mark Carney is our new Prime Minister because Trudeau left the office. So 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Roller coaster. Buch, buch, buch. It's not going to be easy because he's stubborn. Sorry. But it will take
sneeze coming.
Sneeze is coming and going, and
Maybe that sneeze is meant for DonDon.
He might be. So it will, because Mark Carney,
yeah,
is very much in line with what Trudeau was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want DonDon to have idea that he can take advantage of Canadians.
Mm.
Of of course, we are the ones who are guilty. We are taking advantage. He will be a leader. There will be a judgment day. Stabbing. He might be suffering because DonDon will be trying to stab him. Sorry.
Well, he may try, because he's more aligned with the opposition leader, minority leader in Canada, and he may try to stab him in that way, where he's, because an election will be coming up. He may try to hurt him through that.
He will be, because there is still a lot of people who are pro-Trump in Canada.
Yeah.
And 1-8, so that's telemarketers. It's very hard to convince those people to think differently.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have someone in the family, we have to live with them, love them, and don't talk about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just agree to disagree.
And I sent to my brother in Germany who video about how Tesla are treated in USA, and he was very much pro-Trump.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Robert, I love him, but he was pro-mask and pro-Trump. So I sent him this, and I said, don't buy Tesla. And he said, I'm not planning to. So it's good. And yesterday I gave a dirty look to a guy who was getting in a Tesla in front of my car, my store. And I thought, you stupid. This guy bought this maybe before it was happening. And he was buying for the good reason. So why are you a B?
Now Tesla stock went
No,
down.
but I check him out. So maybe he thought that more that is more positive than, because he was a similar age, and I thought, but those people are suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Those who own that, they are putting stickers. I bought this before he got crazy. That's popular sticker in Canada, in BC. I bought this car before Musk went crazy. I'm sorry. I might pay price for that one.
Tesla stock went down.
Uh-huh.
It was around 240 or something.
Halfway, and I think honestly, deep inside, I think they will find out that it is big scam about him being that rich.
There's also a scam with Canada in order
and
to
it's
get
like
rebates.
Enron. Everyone believed that it's such a big corporation, that one of the top. That was everything. And why is he afraid to pay taxes? If he's so rich, he can afford. But taxes will be coming from his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to pay taxes because it will show that he doesn't have that cash to pay.
Well, he leveraged everything against, like things went where he leveraged Tesla stock.
Mm-hmm.
When it goes below, I think it's $220 a share, then they are called in.
What's been called in?
The loans are called in because the value of the stock isn't there anymore, and they want their money. And then he'll have to shuffle even more because he doesn't have his own money. He doesn't have an income.
No.
He just uses borrowed money on everything's
and the
rolling around.
Contracts and so on.
Yeah.
And I'm not inclined mathematically or business-wise. I have my advisor.
No, I don't do anything.
Yes, you do.
Just for your income tax. There's one here from Jacqueline Robinson. If Canada cancels a $13 billion deal with the USA for the latest jet fighters, how many Americans will lose their jobs? And Canada's looking on going elsewhere. One, two, three.
Enough that people will be on strike, so that will affect a lot of people because no European country will sign any contracts with them. Maybe Saudi Arabia and Israel, but I don't know if that will be enough. angel of security. They will have to team up with some other countries, what I'm saying. Yeah, they will be fine. But there will be moments that you will have to be ready for protests. But everything will turn out to be good.
I am so looking forward to these astrological changes to take place. I guess another one is a big change on the 28th. So
I was watching some speech from yesterday, and it was DonDon and Vice President and Usha, Vice President's wife. And she was looking and thinking, it's like being in a court and you are observing the person who is next to the guilty one and checking, what is he saying? Is he going to compromise himself? So she was checking, like she was very nervous and stressed out and emotional. At the same time, she is supporting her husband. I don't know why she was pushed to be there, because it's not anything that she has to do with the speeches. And it was something like rally. Trump was saying something, and the Vice President, of course, was the same way. And she was looking at him like a mother. Behave yourself, behave yourself.
Well, I mean, when they were out skiing,
Oh yeah, they
got the booze and everything, and when they went to the Kennedy Center, Vance was booed.
And Trump is now CEO of Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
Like, it's a symbol of Democrats.
Are they going to change it to the Trump Center? You're going to ask about that?
Everything is possible with.
1, 2, 3.
It will be stuck. People will not change. Of course, Gulf of Mexico is now Gulf of America. He will try it, but I see, like, when you have book, and this is the bottom of the book, and the page is standing. So no
support.
No wave enough, not support. They will try. They will be educating people. Everything will be in open, and he will put his good job to do it. But why is he touching something that is so pro-democratic? To everyone, this is the Democratic family. Of course, they have...
A lot of artists won't have anything to do with it. Maybe he's trying to get back at the artists who didn't vote for him, but in his own. Anyways, I'm sure changes will come. JR, Heaven on Earth, is asking, will the protests and pressure on Senate and Congress get DonDon impeached or removed from office?
Records.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I see a dam, collecting water and collecting and collecting, and it eventually will all overflow. And before the elections, when they will see that they have no way of thinking about going back to the Senate or Congress, especially Congress, because in 2 years they will start thinking, because the dam will eventually didn't hold the water. They will have to let it go. Yeah, they will go what is the values of good people, what they are speaking. Magic will happen, and people with love will be listened to. They will have to find a remedy. That would be great. But so far, they have so many supporters.
Rosita, Ramos is asking, please give us some kind of good news or hope for some kind of good future soon. The orange monster is driving us into the ground. Help. Do you have any good news coming up?
Three cards.
1, 2, 3.
From every bad situation, the good outcome is there is always a good outcome. There is no bad situation that wouldn't change for the better. I know the death is one of the exemptions, but even with that, I was always worried about Leszek. Now I'm just sorry, but I'm not worried.
Mhm.
I know he is safe in our living room, in the urn. I'm not ready to say goodbye to the urn yet. But it is that there is no, when you go through your life, everything what was bad changed for the better. Even that I had a stepfather from hell, it made me stronger, more resistant to not feeling sorry for myself, because that time there was no sorry.
Mhm.
And that made me more independent the moment I was able to, because in Poland, until you are finished with schooling, you can't go to work. And so before 18, you can't even quit schooling, because they want you to be in the system that time. And we were going 6 days a week to school for 9 hours a day, pushed to the ground to study, to make sure that you are making something of yourself, because it was such a competition and you didn't want to repeat your classes again. So it was a good system. I have to say it was great system. Health was for free and the education was for free. My husband was top student on polytechnics. They were giving him money for being a top student. So he had money for partying. He was big time party guy. Every disco he had to be, and there was a lot of discos for students only. He was king of the dance party. He was cool, tall, and very smart. But they were paying him. And then they wanted him to study to be a doctor. He didn't want to. He finished the polytechnic as a master, and he said, I'm going to work. I just don't want to stay in that system. But, that's something that Trump is completely destroying. Instead of motivating people from poorer family that they will have education for free and even extra money as a students to enjoy the life.
Mhm.
No, that's not the case in Poland anymore. Students have to pay for the studying, but I think still they have some discounts. What was the question?
Do you have any good news?
I said, whatever you are crying about, it will be a good. Everyone will get out of this and will be on the streets. So it will have to change, and it will be a revolution. Eventually, it will be like a revolution.
And I'm celebrating today because 47 years ago, my daughter, who only lived for 5 weeks, she passed away. And that was a really, really good day. She was no longer caught in her body. She never came home from hospital.
And she was not suffering anymore.
No, but I don't think she suffered while she was in hospital either.
No, they make her to go.
Yeah, but she lived for 5 weeks until I was ready to say goodbye. And I went in and told her that it was okay to go. I'd be fine. And that I will see her again.
Her name was Christina.
Yeah. But it's a very good day. But what she gave me, she planted the seed in me, which I followed through on. I will fight for anybody who has a disability. And that's what my life path has been, on fighting disabilities, that they are treated as normal as possible and treated with respect, because I would have done that for her. So she gave me that gift.
Yeah, we have to think from different point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And what was good, like that Biden won, it was bad because it gave Trump to get more prepared for what he's doing now.
Well, he really is a dictator.
And now when he's a dictator, people will be against him. Eventually, everyone will be.
Mhm.
When you wouldn't be able to connect with IRS or get your income tax on time, you will be pissed off.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Leo smiles.
Another joke, I will say, it's for entertainment only. Two girls are meeting, and one is asking, your husband, do your husband remember your anniversary? And one is saying, no, I'm lucky he don't. What do you mean you are lucky? Mine is remembering always. And she said, no. I'm telling my husband a few times a year that tomorrow is our anniversary. You see, you have to use the bright side of everything. Instead of making a big fuss that he forgot, use this against him. And okay, my husband usually is giving me a nice envelope with a card, and sometimes he's making even his card, but in the envelopes there is money for me to spend on myself. How nice. And we are celebrating 2 times a year, so because we have church wedding and office wedding. First would be office in April. He might forget about this, and
Well, you can tell him right now because he watches.
He watches.
Write it down, Richard.
He will come and what was the date? And I never would make a fuss about this. Why?
Mm-hmm.
We can program ourselves to be picky on things or not. And sometimes he will shock me that he remembers something and I don't remember.
Leo Smiles is asking, will the new Minnesota bill about Trump derangement syndrome pass?
Minnesota.
Is it called that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We are not in Minnesota. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Watch for billboards. There will be more billboards, like so many people knows that one, that huge billboard, and it says there is one guy, if you will call him stupid, everyone will, thank you, Kathy McLaughlin, thank you, so nice. That everyone will know what it means. And it was, there was no name, but everyone knew what was who, and I sent this to Europe, and everyone over there knew that, who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he will be eventually isolated medically, and people will be celebrating that on the street. But take a time, nothing, I know. Well,
I sent you.
Garland was too slow, so that's, and I was always saying that he is turtle, working too slowly.
There's a few turtles in there. On Midas Touch this morning, I was looking at, it's called Canada Inflicts Pain. And it has a march in Switzerland. And the march, it was so interesting. The march is the finger, the middle finger to Trump.
Oh.
It was, and they're celebrating. Anyways, that's Switzerland. If you want to go to Midas Touch.
Okay, I didn't
find it. I sent it this morning.
Okay,
so you didn't have time
after
to look at
it. Probably I was already dressing up and going. Thank you so much. Love you both, wonderful ladies. Thank you, Kathy McLaughlin.
DonDon visited the Justice Department for a speech that breaks all norms, during which he named his targets. The Justice Department, again, has been weaponized. Will anyone in the Justice Department stand up to him? 1, 2, 3.
Watch for Smith. Not American Justice Department.
Jack Smith? They're trying to look at human rights violations.
That's what I'm saying. And in that was Philippines, that the ex-president of Philippines was arrested by international court.
Yeah.
That could happen to him as well.
Which is why he doesn't like to travel, I guess.
All the plans are going. Everyone.
So the International Criminal Court will take them.
They will have to. They will have a good choices, and 8 and 7 of big numbers, kind of, and 8. Yeah, they will be putting him even in the prison. Poor guy. It couldn't happen to the better
He
guy.
has no feeling for anybody else that he does these things to.
But he thinks he's so smart. Bold here and here. But he is bold as well at the back. I don't know what that means. Maybe someone will tell me. And people have such a good answers. Oh, gosh. Thank you.
Kathy McLaughlin is asking about DonDon just said on Truth Social during the middle of the night, of course, that all of the pardons that Biden gave, he will override. Will he be allowed to do that? Because he wants to get at the January 6th committee.
He wants to go after Liz Cheney.
1, 2, 3.
Making a lot of math. So, the kids, they love to play in the muddy water, in the mud. It's nice to play on the ocean or sea sand. But the kids, if they don't have that, they will play in the very dirty, muddy thing, and they will be as happy as he will be. So he will be trying to do that.
Will it work?
I don't think so. The mudding water is never a good thing. Now, Liz Cheney, I was saying, she will be safe. Night of love, people will protect her, and she will be outside. I'm not seeing her inside the prison. It's symbol of being outside of the fence. You can, DonDon, what you can do to her? You can
have happened to him too.
Dancing on the teeth.
Mary Cameron is asking, do you think DonDon and Melon are setting up the U.S. to become so weak and vulnerable that Putin and Russia can swoop in and take over?
That's like I'm saying, like the traitor from inside.
You always said there was two plants in the White House.
Yeah, and money in the suitcases under the table.
Yeah, that was in that video, and Ivanka was involved in that too, wasn't she?
Yeah, Agolli, Agarov.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Stupid memory. I was coming from the disco with my boyfriend that time and his friend. And his friend still had a little bit alcohol left in Poland. The guys were always wearing some on about bag. My husband learned right away that he will look not good with something like that in Canada, so he gave up that. But the guy has the little flat bottle, and we are coming. I don't know how there was no time to drink it. And one of the guys said, we can drink this. There is a park, and it was a police park, policeman park. And there was monument in the circle. And he said, there is a light come on here, there is a bench, we will drink it under the light. I said, why under the light? It's the darkest under the light. And I was a little bit on the tipsy side, so I let them to treat me with that bottle. We were just...
Was it in a brown bag?
Now it was leather bag for sure, brown leather bag. And a moment later, we are facing the police. So, yeah, DonDon will think that it's not visible. No one will notice. Eventually, they will pay a price. Yeah, everything will be, people will be educated for the good harvest for the people, and he will be isolated. Good. He is working so hard to serve Putin. Someone wrote in the comments on under some video, Sir Putin, and I thought that's how he treats him. That's how he is feeling his domination of USA. That's so unfair, and he can be mouthy to everyone, to good guy as Zelensky, but he can be little mouse.
Quinn Galka, who paid for the White House Teslas? Did DonDon actually buy the Teslas?
It was given to him. He
Yeah.
bought them.
2, 3.
It was advertising for the
Yeah.
company. I don't think he paid for it. And he didn't took the most expensive, but he didn't fit in.
And then he called it a Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah. The family who created that. Because it was for both of them, for DonDon and Melon, just to heal the protest. They thought, well, if he will advertise for us, we might gain some new customers.
Now, wait a second. Now, it was reported that since that promo and the stocks fell, of course, Melon has not been seen since. And his son, the little one that he carries on his shoulders, went into the helicopter with DonDon and left, but Musk was not there. Why is he hiding, and where is he hiding?
Because I noticed that the little boy on the beginning of the advertising video was in front of the White House. He was at the beginning dressed so much like the kids who are going to private schools in England. We don't have private schools that much in Canada, so I don't see.
Yeah, there are some.
But you don't see those kids on the streets. But in England, that was popular. And so he has a really nice uniform. And then the last part, the little boy didn't have that. So he probably didn't hold it long enough. Because they are not paying attention to him. What's happened to that little boy?
What's happened to Melon?
Melon, okay.
3. Because he wasn't with his son going onto the helicopter.
He needed to take something to boost his depression. Because
So is he having a crisis right now?
He has a crisis, and people are upset with him. So he sent little guy with him to Mar-a-Lago so he can, and then Trump will have to sanitize some whole
You have to have a new helicopter.
Oh my!
Deep cleaning,
because the desk that little boy was playing with, was reboost. He has to clean it. So yeah, he learned about this. He wants to get some more money. Intuitively, I'm correct that he was getting through the depression, and he is answering some of his people emails and so on, because the stock went
Yeah.
It didn't help. It went opposite way.
Well, it'd be interesting if they start to call his loans in.
And
Budget.
he don't have any money, like, he's pretending, but millionaire without a penny.
Artist Liz is asking, so F45 violated judge's orders to not use an immigrant law from the 1800s, which was 17 something or other near the end there, and illegally deported immigrants shackled, sending them to El Salvador prison. But there was an order that
the judge gave, and it was supposed to take
they were supposed to come back.
Plane back.
What will happen now that he has defied that order? I mean, nothing seems to get him. 1, 2.
No baggage he will have, but he will go to the Supreme Court with more
You
baggage.
know my next question then. Unless you answer.
Everything will be in open, so people will be. He will try to say from different point of view that there was some criminals, and they were, because when he pulled, I saw one was pulling the shirt from the back, and those bad guys usually have the tattoos that will show that they are from different gangs. So he will be on some point, he will have rights, but everything will be white and harvest, and people will start looking from different point of view at him. But no, he will be safe on that one. Sorry. And okay, I was writing to you, ask me as well about if I will. I would like to do some experiments, so I will try to invite you to write your comments when I will see something. I know it's mostly related to my experience, but I will tell you first what I'm seeing, and if you can give your opinion how to read that. Because as you know, I'm just reading from what comes to my mind. But how about you will be hoping and writing your opinions about, related to the question? What picture I will see.
For the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. Artist Liz, will Schumer face consequences for giving into F45's horrible budget, along with 9 other Democrats? Will they be voted out? One, 2.
Okay. That's a good vision, but I don't understand my own vision. He's going through the cold river, barefoot, and he has to go on another side.
Schumer.
No shoes. And how would you answer that vision? I will probably say you but the hard work, juggling with money, and making a lot of different decisions and so on. But talking about decision, young couple, about a week ago, you sent me that information. Video, no, there was only information there was no video from Canadian news. That young family was crossing river from USA, running away with 2 babies. One was 1 year old, another was 2 years old. And they had them on the hands, and the weather was so freezing. And the guy was walking, he lost his shoe. Schumer, I'm sure. He lost his shoe in a river. That didn't stop them to walk to Canada. When they were on Canadian side, in the forest, They knew that they can't do on their own, but they need help because the weather was making them hyper. It was too cold, so it was something that they were nearly dying, and they were holding those two babies. They called for emergency, and the helicopter had problems finding them. So they were cruising and cruising. Eventually, they found them because of the signals. Good that his telephone was still charged. And they found them. And they took them to emergency with the babies. How to read that vision? Schumer didn't have two shoes, and I didn't see the eyes. But it will be that he will need some extra support. He will need to go for help. He wanted the best, because if he will give DonDon the more power, that will be worst, because then the government might not be even reopened, what he said, because the DonDon and Melon will be in charge of reopening the government. So he had the good side, and those people will be probably given the asylum in Canada, but they will be paying price for the rest of their lives, because the kids were nearly frozen and they were frozen.
So they'll have health problems.
They will have. I don't know if that guy will not lose his feet. You know how dangerous it is walking without a shoe, and he lost the shoe. So, yeah, you can write your opinion how the future for Schumer will look like.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC.
Oh, sorry, because he will be making good choices. He will be working hard and juggling with up and downs.
So AOC may consider running for Schumer's Senate seat.
Mm-hmm. But she's not even at the Senate yet.
No, but for the next election.
Oh, yeah, because they are from New York.
Yeah, they're both from New York. Do you see her running for his seat? Well, he should be stepping down, shouldn't he? 1, 2, 3.
He can't run anymore without the shoe.
So he's not running.
So he will not run. And he's old, and it's better. And the popularity of the country is relying now on the young, vibrant people. She had a lot of problems with Pelosi.
Mm-hmm.
She was speaking her mind so often.
Again, it's the old guard versus the new.
And I think that would be a good thing, coming from the bat, who was asking me about what good will come out. She said that she's not ready yet to discuss this, but I believe she will. She's very ambitious and very good what she is doing. She will be working hard. She will be on the pedestal. Lady with a power. And they need someone like that.
They need to be energized, that's for sure.
They need someone who can express itself so well. And she's such a fast thinker. Oh, and snappy.
Artist Liz has asked,
I love her.
Will Hakeem
Jeffries
Jeffries lose his Democratic House leadership for censoring Al Green? Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of, he replaced Pelosi.
Oh,
and then Al Green left during Trump's speech. I still liked it better when Pelosi ripped it up. But, but he did cause a problem.
So you're talking about the green guy, the black guy who left them.
So you're talking about Hakeem Jeffries. Will he lose his House Democratic seat, leadership seat, for censoring Al Green?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
His pocket will be empty, so he might not be popular anymore. King of Coins, yes, and he will feel like he's outsider. Just as what he put, he will receive by himself. I don't think he should do anything to Al Green, because when the Republicans are doing worse things, Marjorie Green is coming with the red hat or, making those stupid slogans. She's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And no, the Democrats shouldn't pick up, especially Al, or there was the comedian. He was kicked out as well.
Yeah, he was pressured and then he left. Yeah.
Yeah, and the same thing. So no, I'm not really feeling that they should have gone that far. And he's from Texas, if I remember. They should treat everyone in Texas like an Easter egg, carefully. And we are getting problem with chickens in Alberta. I noticed yesterday there was no chickens. Not that I want
So the
to
order
buy
didn't
it,
come
but it was odd.
in.
And we don't see too many birds.
No, we don't see too many birds this year. Kent Sachs, SACHS, Sachs. Will Canada take in Americans looking for political asylum?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I think they will elevate them. Yes, they will. They will help them for good job. If they will be leaving USA and maybe even thinking about coming back. Trust issues. Oh, so depends which party will be in the power. If the Conservative will come, that will be a big no-no.
Now, what is interesting is the Conservative leader who is running in the next election here, which should be called in May, against Carney, Prime Minister Carney, calling an election. So I won't say his name, the opposition Conservative leader who is aligned with DonDon, he has never applied for security clearance. Why? What is he afraid of? 1, 2.
Polyester.
Yeah, polyester. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, here it is. Whatever. 127 is even asking the same thing.
127. Whatever. Thank you. My husband has the t-shirts. Whatever. Sometimes he's wearing that. Well, why he is afraid? He will not have a. Okay. I see a Roman chair. I said that I will try to say the vision, and then people will have to understand. I hope people remember how the Roman chair looks like. It has the real Roman chair, had those holding the chair was 2 wooden
in the back.
At the back on the front and at the back on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 wooden things that were crossed and tied up during the Roman time. And then the back was the same set of 4 legs, but they were symbol of that. And there was no protection at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So it is that he will feel very vulnerable sitting on that Roman
If
chair.
he had a security check, but yet he wants to be prime minister.
Yeah, but it will be something that people would not vote for him. They wouldn't give him support from the back. Because if you don't have something to lean on it, to have your back protected, it's very hard to count on that support. So he knows that his path is iffy. What he put, he will receive. And there was something related what he loved to do and women. Who?
Now,
so we might
just a comment here from Deborah Robinson. I think PP refuses to get security clearance may have something to do with his wife coming from a crime family in South America.
And that's what I'm saying. Something related
to
women.
Will that come out before election?
Regards.
Good question, Deborah.
Thank you.
2, 3.
Okay. When you are opening the champagne to celebrate, it can, and it can, hit something. So it's the cork that will go, and then with ricochet, it can be damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So how to understand that version? Another question. I want people to understand how I have to translate this. And I think it will be damaging to, because everyone is kind of, when they open the cork, protecting themselves. So he will make some damage maybe by letting them to know more about himself, to celebrate, to be the winner, and beginning of new adventure for him. But celebrating with the champagne is wonderful, and it's tradition, but they will have to check his file securities. It's coming to the end.
But you never saw him getting elected.
I don't see that. The cork is a symbol of being elected, but then the cork, just the cork, I didn't see champagne of being for celebration. And, and it's sometimes messy with champagne. So he might have some reason to celebrate something, but at the same time, it might hit him with ricochet.
Now, last question for today, and then I'll take screenshots of the rest so that we can be asking them maybe Wednesday. Beverly, your girlfriend, will Trump's plan to disperse federal funds to the states actually improve the educational system in each state?
I know, Beverly, you were a principal of schools.
1.
All your life.
2.
And your ex-husband was as well.
3.
Okay. The answer is to have the earring on end of your tongue.
Be careful what you eat, I guess.
No. Leszek had that.
Did he?
Yeah, he was 16 without my permission. And then his tooth chipped because he was sneezing. And it was, he self-destructed his own tooth. So that's what I'm seeing as an answer. And, I was not impressed with it. And he was such a fanatic about his teeth. He always had to have, because I put his braces on him when he was 6-7 years old, when the teeth were growing, and the dentist didn't want me to, because he said, oh, it's time for him when his teeth will be like 17, 18 ready. I said, yeah. In Poland, they are putting this very early in the year for the young kids, so they don't have to go through the embarrassing time when they are teenagers. And Leszek's teeth were perfect. So he loved to smile because he knew that he can charm everyone with his Hollywood smile. So, and that was the thing that he chipped one of his tooth when he was sneezing. I don't know, maybe even the front one. So he was angry at himself. It's not good for education, probably, because it will make restriction, no sneezing. And good harvest for him, for DonDon, and he will be able to fulfill his dreams. But I don't think it will, the vision that I had. But please answer by yourself. And it's 59, so you can.
Yeah. So if you could go to
the video.
Yeah, to video Saturday's video. Anyone who wrote a comment on that video is eligible for half an hour complimentary reading gifted by Janet Domberg, B-U-R-G.
Thank you, Janet and Tom.
And they also need our prayers as well.
And because they are, oops, what am I doing? So I have 328 comments and no, this is, yeah. And it is from the last Saturday video. I'm going to move my finger. And Cheryl will tell me where to stop or where to go back.
You can go back at any time there.
Well, I already stopped.
Okay.
Blessing to you, dear Violetta. Afa waves.
Afaves, AFAVES.
4665. I'm pinning your name.
Please contact Violetta as soon as possible by email at psychicvioletta@outlook.com.
And write me your phone number.
She needs the phone number so she can get in touch with you to book an appointment as soon as possible.
Because someone just make a message, contact me. No phone number, nothing. And there was no inclination what the email will be about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm afraid to answer because, you don't want to be hackers to attack you. So sometimes it has to be informative, what it's all about. And, we are all afraid of hackers.
So this will be pinned as the first pin on Saturday's video. So please do contact her as quickly as possible.
Brooke is second, but you will be first full.
Now, April Cruz has written a comment about Schumer and lack of shoes. Means lack of foundational support to make the path easier to travel.
And not moving forward.
Reps will face great difficulty with pain and slowing them down in their efforts. It'll be interesting to see what other comments come out.
Yeah, I just want people to understand that it's in my head. I'm trying to understand every vision because I'm mother of those visions, but it's not that they are easy on me.
So we'll go into prayers.
Yes. And do you have some prayers?
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheryl is such a wonderful, she's always so prepared for the videos.
Well, I go through every comment. Anyways, again, prayers for Lani Ann's sister, Anna Marie, who's in hospice with her metastatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
May she have an easy journey back home.
On another side. Because it is hard for her to live that life.
Mm-hmm. But they do welcome going to the other side. I know my mom sure did, and I know that Christine did too.
You had time to say goodbye to yourself,
To Christine. She was to die immediately after birth, but she lived for 5 weeks until I went through the mourning process.
And the same is
and then I was ready to let her go. Lani Ann, yeah, she's had time to adjust.
And Marianne is
Anna Maria.
Anna Marie is the same thing. They have time to say goodbye.
Prayers for Beverly.
Think about the bright side of the situation.
Yeah, and it's, even though we may miss them, but it's actually where they're going to be free and happiest and helping us from the other side.
It must be hard for you to leave her in the hospital each time you are leaving.
Prayers for Beverly for her shingles.
Oh my gosh, yes, she is suffering. She sent me a picture of herself because we are very close. All the best to you, Beverly and Anne-Marie.
Lani Ann and her sister is Anna Marie.
Anna Marie.
Prayers for those in the path of the powerful storm systems that have passed through the Midwest and the South.
Over 300 of those storms, and they should have been informed 1 week before, and they were just short time, 1 day or even less to be informed. I can't imagine that he is stinging on money for those kind of reasons.
Bridget York is asking for prayers that everything goes well for her on Wednesday and Thursday, chemotherapy, Thursday.
The chemo is not easy, oh gosh. You will have a bumpy road, but you will be fine.
Patty Thompson is asking for her ex-husband is in hospice and would like prayers for him.
What a good ex-wife and for ex-husband. Yeah, they were part of, don't kick out people from your past. It's not fair. You let them to be in your life, and memories are precious. And especially if he's father of your kids. Okay?
No, one more.
Okay.
Maggie Zeal would like to give prayers for everyone in our community who needs help, love, and healing.
We all need help.
We all need love.
We all need love and healing and feel good and happy. So I'm sending love to everyone, including you and me. Well, yeah, we are humans too, and we are not perfect, and our lives are not always perfect.
No, but they're interesting.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah.
I always tell people I love to live on the edge, which is what I do. I love to live on the edge and push things forward. Like I'm very active politically here too.
Yeah,
I'm doing my part.
Protesting every Saturday.
And making signs. We're at work.
Take care of yourself, everyone, and take care of others if you can.
And we'll see you Wednesday, 11 o'clock Mountain
Go
Time.
with love, not with hate.
And everything's an experience. You decide how you want it to be, a good experience or a bad experience. And if it's a bad experience, you keep on reliving and you're caught in that cycle. So look for the good parts of it.
Oh my, don't scare me.
Pray for America. Yeah.
Yes, and other countries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Ukraine tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.